What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I wasn't going to say nothing about this because, I ain't think about it, as nothing. But now that I look back at it, I think I averted danger today. In fact, I'm almost sure of it. This morning, around 6 o'clock in the morning, I was on my way to work, and I stopped at a gas station. As I'm pumping gas, I'll go inside, I get the gas, I'm pumping the gas. As I'm pumping the gas, it's still kind of dark outside. A young guy comes up to me, but he's standing off in the distance. And it's a gray SUV. I don't know if it was a Kia or whatever, but this guy was young, probably 25, 26. And he says out of the blue, real loud, I'm the only one out there pumping gas. He goes, "Hey, what did he say? That's a 03? I said, "No, it's a 011. He said, "Your searchlight," because like I have a police car, like an old police car. He said, your searchlight work?" I said, "Yeah." But like I'm looking at him and I'm pumping gas, but I'm giving him the idea like, bro, it's too early in the morning. Like I don't want to be bothered. But he's still talking. So he says, "Man, I ain't know they made 11s. And I seen him look to the side. And I was answering this question. I said, "Well, yeah, 11 was the last year they made these cars." And as I turned and looked, he was walking towards me, and he had his hands out. At first, he had a hoodie on, but he didn't have it up. He put his hands in the hoodie, and he was walking towards me. As I was answering the question, like, yeah, 11 was the last year they made. As I looked, I seen him look to the side and then move off like he was going to the store, but it was like as if somebody was catching him doing something. So he acted like he was walking to the store. And he walked up to the door, and then he turned, and then the car backed up. He got in the car and backed up. As I was driving out, I happened to look. It was a cop coming in. I guess he had the blinkers on to come in there where I was at. And he was coming up, when I was coming out of the gas station, he was going in. So he must have been standing there where he could see everything. The guy didn't want to risk it. And it just hit me a second ago. I'm like, I think I'm more than sure he was setting me up to rob me, whatever. But nevertheless, man, it's crazy how people just target you. And luckily for me, by the grace of God, nothing happened. But I want to talk about somebody that, a story about somebody in Houston that recently lost their life on this past Tuesday, 2 days ago. You see this picture up here with this woman crying? The man pictured in that picture is her uncle. His name is Harry Boone Jr. He was 59 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy was shot to death Tuesday. And he was playing dominoes with some older friends. And a young guy that supposedly had a habit of bullying this man in his 20s, y'all. This man, 59 years old, he was killed by a man in his 20s. Came up to him, they got to arguing, and shot him to death. The woman you see in that picture is his niece, and she tells the story. Take a look at this.
The family is pleading for answers after their loved one was shot to death right outside of his apartment last night.
The suspected gunman is still on the run almost 24 hours later. Happened on the south side of Houston on the 5900 block of Schroeder. As you can see, Stephen Goen live now at HPD headquarters with the latest. So, Stephen, what are you learning?
Well, we've been speaking to the family. They say the victim was just playing dominoes with friends when someone who was not involved in that game walked up and fired. Of course, his family now hopeful the suspect is caught.
He was like my best friend.
With a broken heart, wiping away tears, Laquita Boone describing her uncle, 59-year-old Harry Boone, who she says was like a parent to her.
This was no point at all. My uncle should still be here right now.
Today, Boone still finding it hard to understand the circumstances that led to his death.
Everybody's taking it hard because it's like I wasn't expecting it.
It happened Tuesday, just after 7 p.m. Police say the 59-year-old was playing dominoes with 3 other people outside his apartment on Schroeder Road.
He was outside socializing like he always do. And from what I was hearing, the dude was like bullying him.
According to what witnesses told police, the suspect walked up and exchanged words with the victim. Then the suspect pulled out a pistol and fired. Boone says her uncle was not a confrontational person, but she believes the suspect had tormented him before.
My uncle, you know, he gonna defend himself. And when he defended himself, that's when he got shot.
Today, police were back on the scene. HPD describes the suspect as a man in his 20s, a man that Boone says needs to face justice for what he did. Her message to the gunman: turn yourself in.
It's like you just killed your grandpa or your dad for no reason. Turn yourself in. That's the best way I could put it. Turn yourself in.
Now, police are telling me this is a very active investigation. Boone says her family has worked with police to try and identify this suspect. Anyone with information is encouraged to report that to Crime Stoppers or HPD. We're live at Houston Police Headquarters today. Stephen Goen, KHOU 11 News.
That's the story of this young lady talking about what happened to her uncle, and you could see she was visibly upset. She said the man, was out there playing with his friends, and the guy in his 20s was bullying him. Why would you be arguing or having it out with a 59-year-old man anyway? What you think about that? Y'all not even in the same hemisphere mindset. Why would y'all even be? And the guy was just out there socializing in his neighborhood. You go up there and shoot him. Now, they got to know who this guy is, because he was out there and he's always out there socializing with people, same people that probably seen this guy bothering him. So they know who he is. And hopefully his dumb ass will get caught. But reason why I did this story is two things. You seen the woman upset, visibly upset. She said something that was paramount to me. She said, you killed somebody that could have been your dad or your granddad. And that's the thing, man. These younger people nowadays, man, they don't care. And it's not all of them, but, the ones that are out there, a lot of them wasn't raised by men, so they don't respect men. They don't even know what it is to be men. And like nowadays, cowardice is like confused, it's switched with being tough. You pull a gun out, shoot, and then run away. As soon as you do that, to me, that's automatically a bitch move. People know who you are when you shot the gun, you pulled the trigger. It's only a matter of time. But I mean, think about that, man. This woman up here talking on TV, going to the media, asking for help for a man that shouldn't have got killed in the first place, and shouldn't have been in the argument or dealing with somebody on that level at the age of the person that shot him. That's some coward shit. Now, you can see that man got some size on him. I don't know if that scared him or what, but I mean, come on. What if they was out there fighting and the young boy got handled? Because you see, she said he stuck up for himself. I don't know what that means. But I mean, people get tired of people messing with them, regardless of what age they are. And there are people that'll sit there and they'll poke at you. And then when you poke back, they waiting for that excuse to do something to you. I don't know where this level of hatred came from, but man, it's out here. I said it before, I ain't said it in a while, but it's a certain type of vitriol that people of color have against each other sometimes. And I don't know where it comes from, but I mean, it's here. And no matter what amount of justice you think that guy deserves, because she's talking about turning herself in, that ain't gonna happen. But I mean, whatever amount of punishment you think, it still doesn't amount to the suffering this man had for sticking up for himself. That's the part that's sad. Dude shouldn't be on the run, and this guy should still be here. How hard is it to leave somebody the fuck alone, especially somebody that's in another age group that you shouldn't even be fucking with anyway on that level? Then again, everything's ass backwards nowadays. Bunch of confusement. World's the devil's playground. Think about it. Stock Market Steve, I'll see you in the next video. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got to take my nap. I'm getting tired. I can't even say my thing. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.